Hello, everybody. RK Stud back with you with finally. Sorry, I've been busy. Haven't been able to do back issue bin for quite a while. I've been trying to do all my other stuff, and I've had a lot on my plate with certain things that personal things going on in the family that I'm not gonna share with you just due to privacy. Anyway, here's my third and final part of my favorite, to me. Remember, we did my 10 favorite trades, we did my 10 favorite graded comics, and now we're going to do my 10 favorite single issue comics that just mean a lot to me. Maybe not to you, maybe, everyone has their own favorites in their own collection for their own PCs. Anyway, we're going to start with this one. By far, it's not anything that's price worthy. It means a lot to me. Done by Marvel. It's the Easter story. There's my favorite superhero in the world, Jesus. And if you don't like that, if you don't like that I'm Christian, that's fine. No big deal. Unsubscribe. You don't have to watch these videos anymore. I try not to be too preachy because I try to appeal to everyone. But if preachiness comes out of me, I'm not going to apologize for it either. Okay, and then I have bought this one. Number 1, Battle of the Planets from Top Cow. Number 71 of 1978. Signed by Alex Ross. I believe a lot of people love Alex Ross. This one still has the price tag on it. But it's alright. Destroyer Duck, number 1. I bought it. It is the first appearance of Gru. He's in there for like one whole page. If you've never seen it, let's see if I can find it real quick. No, he's a 2-pager. But I'll show it to you so y'all can read it. No, a little bit more than that. Trying to be careful. Here we go. Gru the Wanderer by Sergio Aragonés. Big old monster. There we go. I'll show it to you. This is probably going to be put into my... I'm going to buy another one of these and get it graded, or maybe find one that's already graded, just to keep this as a reader. Gru's quite a little bit different than what we've known him to be. I think he's a little bit pudgier here. A little bit more of a fat face. So, there's that. And this came as a 2-pack because Rups did an exclusive version for retailer version for War of the Bounty Hunters, signed by artist Brian Rude. And this one too. So I think it was 20. Was it 30 or 40? It was one of the two. And next is Sean Fornery. He's a very nice person in person. Duh. Kickstarter. He had Scarlet Huntress. Because he was introducing a book for Scarlet Huntress. The Field Guide to Cryptids. And I backed that on Kickstarter. It also came with the first several issues, even though I already had purchased one. Here he did an extra remark for me. Bessie, the Lake Erie monster. And then here is my copy that I did request Bessie remark. And in case you didn't know, there is a monster in Lake Erie. We don't know what it looks like. Alright, and then these next two are issues of Shadow Year 1. You can tell a little bit better on here. Instead of on here, you can't really tell. But I got to meet Matt and Brandon Wagner, Motor City Con. Got to interview Matt. You can kind of look for that. It was a pretty good interview. And what I liked was that we both were fans of the Shadows. I'm still home. These I also got to meet this guy at Motor City a few years back. So like Archie Meets Kiss, Archie 627, 28, 29, and 30. I did get them all signed by Dan Parent. Just because not only was it the Archie gang, but I am a huge Kiss fan. He did sign it. Where did he sign it? Yep, right there. Never mind that Gene is a shill for making money. I like him because I like Paul Stanley's voice, and when I go to karaoke, I tend to do more Paul Stanley songs than anything else. Okay, and I like this. Even though there's a little rip over here, this is a great story. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. If you have never pick this up and read it. It is one of the better stories that I have really liked. Like I said, next one we're getting right into. I like the Phantom. This one, as you can see, he is battling the mystery of the Loch Ness. I kind of liked how they played the story around. That was really good. And this one I liked because it was a local comic book shop day, hollow foil, Something is Killing the Children #1. This one is definitely hasn't been read. This was when the series was actually good. It's kind of gone downhill since then, my opinion. But I haven't read that. I did have the trades. That one's going to be graded. Alright, and this one, I like it because if you guys crap on this character, that's fine too. This reprints a la Chrysanthemum's early adventures, early comic appearances. What is not to like about a Wookiee? Ever since I got to meet Peter Mayhew, I loved it. And then they introduced... I knew there were other Wookiees, which is fine with me. coming that they live on the planet Kashyyyk. But a bounty hunter badass. A little bit more badass than what Chewbacca is. And this one is just a sketchbook. Simon Bianchi. He showed up to Ropes for a signing. So there is my sketch that he did for me. It also came with a limited edition print. $29 of $60. Wolverine Sabretooth. And then we're going to end on the last one because this one means a whole lot to me. We have to cover it. 2004, 2005. Mom went to Indiana to buy our last Old English sheepdog puppy, Berkshire. So 2014, he passed away 2 days before going to Motor City to meet Bret Hart. So it's kind of a somber time, but sad time. But that day turned out all right. Went back 2015 with the Toxic Pop crew. Decided I was going to be looking for a copy of this. Walt Disney Showcase with the cat from outer space, and then the Shaggy Dog. Why did I pick the Shaggy Dog up? Because of Berkshire. Well, the Shaggy Dog just happens to be Berkshire's grandfather. And he really came from his line. We have his pedigree. What can I say about Bark? Came from Indiana. Loved TV. He watched Phineas and Ferb and football. You could get him to spell Ohio State. You didn't need him to be on a leash. He walked right beside you without you even having to tell him. He was my tag team partner in the ring, in the dog show ring. And we won ribbons. Not a whole lot, but what we showed, we showed. And let's see, what else did he do? Harry Potter. Really liked Harry Potter. You couldn't buy anything without it being his. He could always, you'd say mine, he'd say mine to you. And my favorite memory, not just my favorite memory, he was just a good dog. One, I got to go to Detroit Fan Fair in 2013. Met the voice actress for Vanessa Doofenshmirtz. Paid her a few dollars just to talk to Berkshire on the phone. That's right. A little weird, yes. She was a little weird, but I paid her $10. She talked to Bark. Mom, I came home later that night. Mom's like, who was on the phone that wanted to talk to Berkshire? And I said, that's the voice actress for Vanessa Doofenshmirtz. And I said, why? Well, your dog has been smiling all day, even sleeping. I said, all right. Fair enough. No wonder he was smiling, Ma. Jeez. And then we took him to be shown down in Columbus. And on the way back, there was a spot on the highway. We had to go a little bit slow. There was about 5-10 Columbus police cars, and they have shotguns all pointing down at a guy, and he's kneeling in the middle of the road, and we're all just gawking, even Bark. If you would have seen the dog gawk at something, oh, I will never forget that look. I just wish I had a phone on me then just to take that picture. But it was a good dog. And I got it because of him. So those are my most precious comics. Those will never leave the PC. Never, ever, ever. Anyway, there we go. You have a good day, y'all. A good weekend. Celebrate 4th of July if you're still celebrating, but not too much. Don't lose a finger or an arm or a leg or your eyes or your head or your lips or your nose. Be safe.